Good morning. Today I have a good message for my lovely people and for anybody who will hear this message. Today I like to talk about um, independence and what can you do when you're single. This is the time that a lot of adults stressed about finding the right person, finding the next soulmate, as they may call it, somebody who they will spend the rest of their life with. Especially for people who are not looking for hookups or people who are not looking for just somebody to pass time with. I'm talking about people who are ready to settle down with somebody, whether they are divorced or they just came out of a long term relationship or they just had children with somebody. They just at the age and stage in their life where they want somebody to have life with. And that can be stressful because you're looking at a bigger picture. You're saying, I want somebody that I will come home to, somebody that I will take care of them when they're sick, somebody that will have vacation together, somebody that will raise children together, we will plan our retirement together. You're putting so much plans into a person that doesn't exist yet. So it is difficult to do that. This usually it has to be the other way around. You find somebody and then you plan these things with this person, so you adjust your plans according to how this person is. So it's difficult to have those plans first and then find a person to fit into those plans. Anyhow, today we're going to talk about that. I am I'm talking about something that I went through myself. So I went through a period where I was separated, and I'm not a person who was looking for a hookup myself. I wanted to find somebody that I would spend the rest of my life with. That is what I was focusing on. And I realized after a while I was tired, like searching on dating apps, searching for people. It was tiring. It was exhausting. And the worst of all, I looked desperate. And I was like, wait a minute. I am not desperate. I am not desperate for no man. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to look like the girl who need a man to fill the void in her life so that she can enjoy life. You know, I don't need that to come from a man. I would love to get a man where I would have conversations with, be friends with, but if I don't have one, life is not going to end today. So, I read a lot of books. I listened to a lot of podcasts. I listened to a lot of YouTube videos. I researched online a lot. And I came to a conclusion of three things. Number one, this is the best time, especially for an independent adult. This is the best time, whether you have children or not. This is the best time to focus on yourself. I know it sounds like a cliche. You're like, no, I need somebody. No, this is the best time to focus on yourself. Unless you're a kind of person who is very weird when you're in a relationship that you don't want to communicate with your partner, which I don't know how that works. Unless you are like that, usually when you're in a relationship, you are not actually asking for permission, but you're always sharing and telling your partner what I'm doing, what I'm planning to do. You know what I mean? Sometimes they'll be like, nah, sometimes they'll be like, nah, sometimes they'll be like, let's do it later, or sometimes I don't like that. So sometimes your things might take place when you're in a relationship, but or they might take place slower, especially for men. Sometimes a lot of men they put their own their own, how to call it, their own small little things that they want to do maybe outside work, or I want to do this, I want to do that, but I can't do that because I have to go home, take care of the family. I have to work and money so that the family can have enough food and enough, bills paid. So this is the best time for you to focus on yourself. Look at the things that you really wanted to do. I'm not talking about career here. You can do the career focus whether you are married or not married. I'm talking about small things. For example, I've always wanted to paint. Having an extra time as an adult is a luxury for most of us. So when I come from work, if I don't have a man, I don't need to be chatting or to be dating, to be going on a date or to be talking to somebody. I can sign up for a class, you know what I mean, or for a club. You can join these things, and the irony is, this is the place where mostly you will find a good guy. So focus on yourself. Find little things, knickknacks that you like to do, whether it's painting, whether it's renovating, whether it's reading, whether it's I don't know, whatever club you like, back riding, I don't know, hiking. Find these little things that you enjoyed as a kid, or you enjoy now as an adult, or you've always wanted to do. It's learning something new, swimming, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be expensive, guys. Just something that you enjoy to do. Find these things and then research them. Put time into yourself for this once a week. Start small. Don't put like every day. Try like 3 times a week. Try 3 times once a week, you know what I mean. If time is very it's too tight for you, try and find these things and do them. You will be surprised how much liberation you feel in yourself, and you'll be surprised how much you enjoy doing them, and so many friends you will make doing those things. Because in those little clubs you meet people with the same interest. You might be absolutely different. You might find people from different ages, different races, different background, different social status, different money background, but you all enjoy painting. So, while you're there, you can talk all the talks about painting. So, that's ways to connect with people. Maybe if you meet this person in Starbucks, you would never have said hello to them, in a day. But you meet them in a painting class, you're there having fun, talking about stuff, and then they will ask you, how are your kid? Oh, you're married. Oh, well, you know what I mean? That's how you make friends. Anyhow, that's one. Two, focus on the things that, I know this sounds like I'm trying to put you down, but I'm not trying to put you down. I'm just telling you, focus on things that you think or of that you did that caused to the demise of your previous relationships. It could be previous relationships or just the previous one. Just take into account like what happened in your previous relationship. Even if somebody cheated, somebody beat you, somebody did something bad, like somebody was a bad person, you know what I mean? I'm not saying as a bad person you don't do anything wrong, but you're not an angel, and I'm not an angel. My previous relationship ended because of so many things that I did and my ex did, but it's important for me to take into account what did I do that might have caused this, you know what I mean? So take into account on that. You cannot do that when you're already dating somebody else. These things sometimes they take time. Sometimes it needs for you to talk to somebody who sorry guys. Sometimes it needs for you to talk to somebody who loves you, like your mom, your sister, your aunt, somebody who is very close to you. Talk to this person. Maybe they will tell you the truth. You know what I mean? Just talk to them nicely. Say, listen, I'm just asking from, point of view. Tell me the truth. Absolutely the truth. It doesn't matter how much it hurts. Tell me. What do you think I did wrong in my previous relationship? You know what I mean? Like, tell me, even if it hurts. Just tell me. They might tell you, you know what, you were a pushover, or you know what, you were needy, or you were too much, or you were becoming a wife while you were still a girlfriend, or you were too distant. They might tell you something that you had no idea you were doing that was annoying. Sometimes we do things that are annoying without even knowing we're annoying. We think we are cool, but sometimes we are absolutely annoying. You know what I mean? So focus on those things. Learn them. It's gonna take a while for you to stop these things, and I'm not saying it's easy. And some of the things you will only be able to rectify them in your next relationship. You know what I mean? Especially things that are sexual. Anyhow, so what I'm trying to say is focus on those things. Learn them, find them. If you know them, if you have somebody, if you know them, write them down. Try and learn from podcasts, from YouTube videos, from books, from people, your mentors. Find somebody that you can talk to about these things. Say, listen, I have a feeling that when I'm in a relationship I tend to be too jealous. Why is that? There must be an underlying issue. You know what I mean? Why do I feel like this person is gonna leave me? So I always want to know where they are. Maybe you have an abandonment issue. Maybe your parent left you. Maybe you are left with somebody in your previous relationship that this person messed you up so much and you've never healed. So you always feel like my next guy is gonna leave me. My next guy is gonna leave me. So whenever a guy is saying, I'm traveling for 2 weeks, oh my God, you're never coming back. You're leaving. No, sometimes that can push somebody over the edge. So just focus on things that you do. Forget about what the guy did. Most of the time when we break up, you ask them, why did you break up? Oh my God, the a-hole cheated. Oh my God, he was like that. She was like that. Okay, that's done. We don't want them anymore. That's done. Let them be. But we focus on ourselves, because we are not carrying them to the next relationship. We are carrying ourselves to the next relationship. And we don't want to carry whatever it is that caused part of the breakup to go to the next one. We need to grow. As we get older, we need every part in our body, mind, soul, everything to grow as well. So that only happens when you try and improve. And sometimes improvement comes from, digging in and finding what it is that is inside there that is bad. Okay, that is 2. 3, focus on you in ways of finding out what it is that people enjoy about me. Like, just ask yourself, are people around me enjoying my jokes? They enjoy my cooking? Do they like, people like to come to my house because it's clean. People like to call me whenever somebody's sick because I'm caring, like I'm a mother care type. Do I like animals that all of my friends who have dogs and cats, they call me for advice? Like, do people call me for advice? Like, recollect yourself. Ask. This is nothing to do with relationship, just you personally as a person. Like, what is it that shine about you? Is it your career, your smartness, or like nobody actually called you for anything? Just ask yourself, like, in life in general, when was the last time somebody called me like, hey Maria, I need, forget it. It could be money. It could be maybe people always know you have money, and not because you're rich, but maybe you're good at saving, right? So it could be advice about children. It could be advice about parents. It could be advice about life in general. Your friends. Are you a kind of person who have a lot of friends? Do you have no friends? You have cousins? You have no cousins? Like, whatever your situation is, do people call you for things? Whether it's advice, whether it's money, whether it's borrowing stuff, and do you give them? Do you take it back? Do you ask for stuff? You can only take recollection of these things when you sit down by yourself. I always like to do that. I remember before I had a baby, I used to sit by myself for like I don't know, sometimes 5-10 minutes just by myself in a couch, no TV on, no book, no music, just myself, and I would think. And these are the times where I would replay the conversations I had with somebody, or somebody at work, somebody I was dating, a family member. I would just recollect and I go like, oh, that wasn't nice. I said that. Oh, you know what I mean? I need to call that person and say sorry, you know what I mean? And then I'll call them and I say, you know what? I think I was wrong there. And they'll be like, oh, thank you, So I like that because I am, not hard on myself, but I'm putting myself accountable for things that I'm doing. So I think it's very important for everybody to sit down by themselves. I don't say like sit in the dark like a crazy person. You could do that when you're showering. You could do that on bed before you fell asleep. Anything that works for you, do that, and make sure that that's what your vibe is. You know what I mean? And I just hope these 3 advices will work on you guys. You know what I mean? I'm not saying don't date, don't go out, whatever that works for you. Some people can date for like 6 months without looking for a serious relationship because they just want somebody to go out with, have fun, probably have sex with. Whatever that works for you, works for you. Personally, I don't like to do that unless I'm ready for a relationship. I don't want to go out with a guy unless I really, really like him. And if I really, really like him and this guy is like me, he really like me, he's ready to start a relationship, I don't want to be like, nah, I don't want anything serious. No, unless it was communicated at the beginning. So if it wasn't communicated at the beginning, I don't want to be unfair. I don't want to hurt somebody's heart at this day and age. I'm 35 and I'm not into anybody who is younger than me. So probably somebody that I'm interested in, it's gonna be like 36, 7, 8, 40, and I don't want that 40 years old man to be like, this girl. We are too old for heartbreaks at this age. Anyhow, those are my 3 things that I would like to advise my people. Please subscribe and put a notification bell so you can see my next YouTube video. And I love you guys, and bye.